messed up that San Fran game. They ran 4 plays at the one and couldn't get it.
The Raiders.
I mean, the Raiders
They're gonna kill it all.
The Raiders are the Raiders, man. You can never call them good because of the Raiders. They'll find a way to mess it up.
I think who are they playing? I don't think it matters. I think they're like that's a
The Dolphins,
lock.
yeah. I mean, they're on like
afternoon and welcome to Archbishop Curley High School for the 2021 Reif Cup. With us today, we went back to the Friars Nation Rest Home and brought back one of our legends, Nick Andrews. Nick, class of
2019, and,
baby.
Class of 2019, one of the most banterful classes, home of the recent lowest AP scores, actually. AP US history, we only had, 2 people cranking out of 5. But nowadays, it's like the whole class, so...
Hey,
look, as long as Mr. Scar and Mr. Kuma are happy with the students coming in, I know we were the most fun, though, so that's all that matters.
Hey, that is all that matters. And today we have the Cardinals from Calvert Hall facing off against our beloved Friars. This is the 20th edition of the Reif Cup, so right now we're deadlocked, Nick. Deadlocked at a 9-9-1 series record here, so today's winner will kind of take the lead in the overall series.
Yeah, and that's one of those things, both teams, even though it's like a niche stat, both coaches definitely know the all-time record here, and they definitely want to get that one up on the other.
Absolutely, absolutely. Calvert Hall comes in white hot, 6-0-1, ranked number 1 locally, also ranked number 9, all right, by PrepSoccer.com nationally. So, certainly, kind of the class of the area. I think that's safe to say, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Calvert Hall and Curley play, you can pretty much just throw the records out the window. I mean,
Agreed.
One team could be undefeated, one team couldn't have a win, but the type of game it's going to be. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be loud. Student section in full effect here at Curley today.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And again, I think just being in school today, Nick, I know you weren't with us in the school building, but definitely there was an energy, there was an electricity today. The students are pumped to be here and out here ready to support the Curley brothers. Again, talking to Coach Stitz before the game, he said the start will be important today. Again, I think for both teams, it's going to be a nice crowd. There's going to be a lot of energy in the stadium today. So again, settling quickly is going to be a key for the Friars. Again, Coach Stitz also mentioned too the need for Curley's back line, just in general, for their defense to be a little bit tighter. All right, and again, of course, we're going to need to capitalize on those offensive chances when they get there. And leading Curley's offense is junior Brady Giho. So Brady is again, talk about being white hot. Brady comes in this week. Last 2 games he scored 6, and he has 9 goals total on the year. Again, also Coach mentioned Ricky Schisler. I mean, I think we all know Ricky. Ricky's a senior here. Again, you can make an argument for him being, kind of, one of the best players in the MIAA for sure. And again, also too, it's going to be the first Reif Cup for a number of our Friars here. Curley starts a young team. We are starting, 5 sophomores and freshmen combined. So again, like I said, it's a lot of energy out here, and it's going to be important to see how our guys
a proud member of the MIAA, and we remind all spectators and fans
yeah, well
that we
said,
encourage and promote sportsmanship by
with the young guys, they're going to be out there very joyful, very full of energy, and it's good to get these players started early on big environments like this. It's only going to get tougher as their academic careers go on when they're juniors and seniors going to be playing in more and more games, so to get exposure to Calvert Hall like this at home in front of all the fans, it's going to be a good sight for them.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great memory for both teams here, absolutely.
Midfield, senior David Peters.
Here come the starting lineups from Curley's athletic director, Mr. Matt
Sophomore, midfield, Rocco Pastor. Number 4, senior defense, Will Andrus. Number 6, junior midfield, Cody Angelini. Number 10, midfield, junior, Tyler Flynn. Number 11, midfield, junior, Ben Medor. Number 12, forward, junior, Rich Manas. Number 13, junior, defense, Gabe Glicken. Number 20, junior, defense, Ben Ramsey. Number 22, senior, defense, Kyle Haller. And number 0, junior, goalkeeper, Nate Jones. And now the starting lineup for the Friars from Archbishop Curley. Number 2, freshman, back, Nick Wentz. Number 3, senior, midfield, Alex Kreischer. Number 4, freshman, midfield, Casey Price. Number 7, junior, back, Trey Magne. Number 10, senior, back, Ricky Schisler. Number 14, sophomore, midfield, Andrew Thronberg. Number 17, junior, forward, Brady Giho. Number 19, senior, back, Chris Shanahan. Number 20, sophomore, midfield, Felipe Oliveira. Number 24, senior, midfield, Nick Henderson. And number 26, sophomore, goalkeeper, Joe Yakum. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that
folks,
you all
there are your
please
starting
rise and
lineups for the
direct your
day.
attention
We're going to
our
go to
flag
the anthem
located at
now,
the top of
and
the
then we are
bowl
going to be
by the
underway.
concession stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Our two teams are exchanging
Attention
pleasantries right
fans,
now.
this is a reminder that all Curley and Calvert Hall soccer alumni are invited to the student dining room for a post-game
Looks like the Cardinals will be playing right to
Stop
left
by
with our
for some
Friars
food and
going left
drinks
to
and
right.
share your soccer stories, courtesy of the Curley Alumni Association.
Curley student section already in full effect singing the alma mater. You know, those are some of the words that I will never forget in my life. You know, throughout the academic school year, you probably sing that about 20 or so times throughout various assemblies, and it's the last thing you say before you graduate. So
Absolutely, absolutely. That's one of my favorite moments of the year, Nick, is when we're at the cathedral and we, you know, all the alums get up, and the current class is graduating. You all break into the alma mater. Actually, you know, today we had our a flex day today, Nick. So we had a prayer service, and then we rolled right into our hot dog eating contest after that. So I actually wanted to acknowledge Christopher Gerard, one of our sophomores who just walked by. He had a hamburger, looked like he got from the snack bar, but again, he took down the competition today. We were pretty proud of him.
So mini Joey Chestnut in the making. Could he? You think he could challenge him?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, he came in a real underdog today. You know, he is not a man of large carriage. He is he's a skinny guy, but he got it done. We were you know, again, he came out of nowhere to take it down. So we were shocked. We were proud. I would say the applause was thunderous. We could even describe it as such. So.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some thunderous when I was here. I mean, when Ricky Gons won the raffle, I think the whole auditorium blew up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still doing repairs to the roof. They blew it right off. You know,
yeah,
Ricky was a fan favorite.
I've never seen a reaction like that to a person winning the raffle. Usually it's just Mike Whitmore when I was there that would just win every time, so it was anticlimactic. But once he left, you know, the competition really got open and more people won.
Yeah, a little more parity. And again, also too, just to mention, you know, a lot of parity in the MIAA conference this year. So our Friars sit at 4-4, basically right in the middle of the pack, and you know, right now in 6th place. Again, with our conversation with Coach Ditz today, Coach mentioned, again, this is, we have to be scrappy. We have to, put some wins together. We got to put points in the standings. So we're underway.
Already some moaning from the Curley students 30 seconds into the game. When it comes to like crowd atmospheres like this, you gotta make sure to pace yourself when you're in the stands. You don't want to burn out too quickly. But
like a supernova.
Yeah.
We don't want to burn out. We don't want to burn too bright.
Yeah,
too early.
We just want to be like a constant like comet or something. We just want to blow.
Yeah, steady drumbeat, if you will. All right, the Friars threaten here. Card's clear. Folks, you'll see number 4, Casey Price, in the middle of everything today. Casey's a freshman. Coach Stitz had a lot of great things to say about him. Loves his work rate, loves the way he competes, and also too great size for a freshman. So again, you'll see him in the middle. He'll be buzzing around the ball all day. All right, Ricky cleans it up in the back.
Yeah, you bring up Casey Price. When I was here, like freshman year, Anthony Dragas just made the team in that midfield spot, and he carried that all throughout his, Curley career. And just to see some parallels to my fan favorites, the Italian Stallion, Peruvian Puff Pepper. I'm looking forward to see who's taking on those reins as the years have gone on, because coming into this, Ricky Fischler, he was a freshman that, he started center back like throughout all freshman year. Now we see him playing more of a fullback role.
And Joe Yakum stepping out to thwart the Cardinal chance, get that ball out of trouble.
Yeah, just great sweeper keeper action there. Knew where the ball was coming, got out there quickly and got it. Number 26 for him. That's kind of an odd number for a goalkeeper nowadays, double digits. So.
Carl's put it out of bounds. Shanahan on the throw-in. Looking down the line, looks like that's Olivera. Felipe Olivera, sophomore, threatening. And we have our first corner of the game.
Yeah, one of the big things coming into this, you said Curley had to dictate the tempo, come out with a fast start. Except for that one little counterattack from Calvert Hall, Curley has really controlled the tempo of this game, and they have been on the opposing third for most of it.
Absolutely, and certainly, Coach Stitz, he's a classy individual. Right? Certainly knows the game, and was very complimentary of the Calvert Hall side. Again, I think he even said, you can consider them the class of the league right now. But he was confident with his young side as well too. That again, that we can, the Friars can get in and compete.
Handled easily there by the Calvert Hall keeper.
Nate Jones, a junior. One of 3 keepers on the Calvert Hall roster. There you go, Trey Magnay. Trey, a multi-sport athlete here at Curley. Also a midfielder on the lacrosse team that was a finalist in the MIAA B conference last year. And Trey was a contributor on the second midfield as well too. Gritty player, just tough, and certainly he brings that kind of same attitude to the pitch as well.
Yeah, we love our dual athletes. Going to get the biggest comparison. Bo Jackson was one of the greatest ones to ever do it on both sides, and I'm not saying people are like Bo Jackson out here, but people that play 2 sports at such a high level, that's something very unique nowadays. You see in baseball, Shohei Ohtani doing it on both sides. I mean, just having a dual threat, being able to do 2 things is pretty amazing.
All right, speaking of Trey on the throw in here, looking to Giho. Rocco Castori stepping over to take possession. No nap to the inside of the field, up the middle. Tyler Flynn looking to carry. And Gilkin with the shot inside, handled easily by Yakum.
Yeah, Curley, they're defensively, they just allow them to shoot. 3 guys in the middle of the boxes waiting for a rebound, potentially, basically just daring them to shoot there, and cleaned up nicely by Yakum.
I'd say Oliveira's all over the field right now, Nick.
Yeah, I mean,
love his work rate.
Work rate, you know, high work rate, as some would say, just up and down the pitch. He's on pace to maybe travel 13 kilometers at this rate. I don't know.
We don't have that technology just yet here on the corner of Sling Lane. But yeah, maybe that's something we can work into the maybe Coach Stiff can work that into the annual fund.
Yeah, put it in the budget. You know, we just got air conditioning at Curley, so you know, I think this is the next priority really.
Oh. Absolutely, let's add it to the list.
Uh-oh.
Speaking, it looks like Oliveira.
Commentator's jinx there.
Forgive me, Felice. Again, looks like he's like, kind of grasping his forehead here. So, and here he comes, our legend, athletic trainer.
Oh man, look at Marty McGinty just walking out there. It doesn't matter what the injury is. That guy's going to say, put ice on it and man up. I mean, he could have a broken leg. Look at Marty's walk. I mean.
And again, I think Mr. McGinney just knew there. Hey, maybe Felice just got took a little shot to the head. Just maybe need a second there to
just
recover. So Felice going to take a break. And here comes Camden Keller, and that's also Coach Stiff was complimentary of Keller. So Keller is a junior, and just again, Coach Stiff says brings a ton of energy off the bench, playing kind of a unique role for the team. He's kind of like that sixth man, and again, if the MIAA maybe offered a sixth man award, I think Camden Keller might be a strong contender.
Yeah, it's always nice to have depth on any team. Injuries happen all of a sudden, and just to have that next man up mentality, you're not going to be in the mud as per se if you're going to have replacements. As you just said, Keller looks like a very respectable person to get in that position and fill the role perfectly as Barry Spitz would want.
Calvert Hall moving the ball here. Magne steps up, turns it over. Coming up driving the left side here. Very nicely cleaned up by Alex Kreischer. Kreischer, another guy with a great work rate as well too. A senior, been playing well lately. Again, finished a goal this week against St. Paul. Peters and Magne collide there. Trey with the throw-in.
Yeah, Curley's defense staying compact. Only 2 guys up. They're gonna just press that box. They're gonna get their numbers in there. Calvert Hall, they're basically saying they could pass all around what they want right there, but Curley's just staying back, letting them do whatever they want.
Curley throw-in.
They'll be there.
And I'll tell you, Guijo is just he's just a large individual. I mean, that's a lot to deal with on the back line there.
Yeah, I mean, ball's in the air. He's looking like Harry Kane out there from the Premier League. He's just a tall, lanky individual.
Absolutely big and strong too.
Yeah, I think, probably do it with both feet. It doesn't matter where the ball's at. He's going to be in the air. He's going to be shooting it in.
No question.
Just a great specimen nowadays. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, especially the high school level as well too. Yeah, I tell you, Nick, when I graduated, I was 5'9", 155. So, I think Brady's probably tipping the scales at over, 180. So, big guy to deal with in the back, and hopefully gives the Cards some trouble today. Nice step from Casey Price. There he is again, but well done as well too by Calvert Hall backline.
Yeah, it's nice that you remember your
Ben Ramsey with a nice step, and here they come. Here comes Calvert Hall.
I've been like 5'10", 190 for about 13 years of my life, so it's nice that you remember your weight there. I've just stayed a stagnant individual in terms of appearance and physical condition. Consistency is key,
Oh, absolutely. Andrews out of the back, carrying the ball for Calvert Hall in the box here. Ricky Schistler with a nice step. Cardinals looking to play to Richie Monaf. Again, Monaf, one of the better finishers in the league, and one of the better, again, more dangerous players on the Calvert Hall roster. Certainly someone we're going to be keeping an eye on today.
Curley wins it back there. Pretty much 10 minutes have passed in the first half. Pretty even, I would say, so far. Not really a critical chance on either end. Just trying to feel each other out.
I think both teams really starting to settle in here.
Curley just desperately trying to clear it out here. They've had 2 attempts at it, but Calvert Hall has just pushed it up both times.
And again, that'll be Calvert Hall's first corner kick of the day. Nick Henderson stepping over to put the Calvert Hall cross off the back line.
Set pieces.
Ben Medora will be serving it in for the Cardinals. And that's also too something Coach mentioned today, Nick, was the need for Curley to mark and to, defend on set pieces.
Curley looks like they're finally able to
Keller
get it
coming
away.
back. Keller playing it up to Gio. Curley on the counterattack here. Looking for some support. And Andrew steps over to put Gio's cross out. Curley throw in.
Student section reacting accordingly. He quote unquote done them in. I
see a couple shield flags down there today. A couple dudes have already lost their shirt, Nick. So I mean, it's a warm afternoon here. Beautiful weather. I don't think we could ask for anything better for a Reif Cup.
Yeah, the shield flags, the American flags down there. Yeah, but like you said, no shirts. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt right here. I mean, it was a little breezy coming out of my house today. So I'm like, you know what? If things get a little damp, I'll have some backup.
Oh, absolutely. That's just a responsible move, Nick. Calvert Hall bringing it out of the back, playing it back to keeper Nate Jones. Jones playing the long ball. Schistler steps up. Frazier playing it up the right side. Looking for Gio. Gio keeping the pressure on Ben Ramsey.
Calvert Hall very dangerous here.
Gabe Gilkin, very nicely done. Tell you, Schistler's everywhere.
Yeah, Schistler just commanding that back line.
And an offsides call. Flag is up. Gilkin carrying up the left side.
Yeah, both teams trying to play it up the wing exclusively here, as the center for both ends is just being plugged.
Oh, I thought we'd have a play on there. Rip from outside, and Yakum is there. Rebound, Yakum again!
That was just sensational.
Well
there.
done.
I mean, the first try wasn't really a problem, but it's always those rebounds. The Calvert Hall attacker was right there, but just like Oliver Kahn, Manuel Neuer, just like any of these great goalkeepers in the past, Petr Cech. I mean, I can keep going on and on and on, just always there with that second instinct.
Oh, absolutely, and Yakum, just a brick wall thus far.
Brick wall. I mean, you know what they say about brick walls?
What's that, Nick?
It's like talking to one.
I agree, Nick. Still, Calvert Hall working it up the left side. Ball's up. Kreischer. Into Keller. And the flag is up. Keller offsides.
Some supporters stand by looking for a foul call there, but offsides nonetheless.
Calvert Hall goal kick here.
Yeah, very even so far. Still 25 minutes left, one corner kick aside. The one great chance from Calvert Hall, snuffed out by Joe Yakum. Curley still looking for a definitive moment.
Calvert Hall threading here. Trey Magne stepping over. It's a nice takeaway. Will Andrews carrying for the Cardinals. Andrews. And there's Ricky Schisler again. Schisler up the wing to Henderson. A little too much. Ball's out of bounds.
There's a great piece of dribbling there from Calvert Hall to get even a chance on that.
Absolutely.
Shot block. Curley once again tried to clear it. Calvert Hall right there, and
yep. Momentum shifting towards Calvert Hall side.
Yeah, both sides is trying that long ball, trying to catch the other off guard.
Yeah, certainly. Both looking for a counterattack. Throwing Shanahan up the wing to Keller. So much history in this rivalry too, Nick. I mean, certainly we've been competing for the Reif Cup for the last 20 years, but again, these have been some of the most, I think, hotly contested games. I mean, I would say in MIAA soccer history. I mean, always, Curley, great tradition. Calvert Hall, great tradition. I think a lot of these guys who play on either side know one another, so it's certainly a pride game as well too.
Yeah, exactly. With you, also like the whole admission process. Both of these teams, they visited the other school, when they're thinking about like coming to whatever high school, and so they're well familiar with how each place is structured and built. They know the values, and that just makes you want to get one over the other just as much. Like we're better than you.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be lying, Nick, if I said I'm going down this Calvert Hall roster. I didn't recognize a few of these names from the admissions process.
Dang.
Just serving as the director for a few years there, got to know certainly our guys, but a few of these guys as well too on the Calvert Hall side. Schisler with the free kick. Medor carrying. Shanahan steps over to Thornburg. Thornburg to Price. Here we go. And the Friars are in business.
I shadowed at Calvert Hall once. Didn't go so well.
Well, I mean, I think we know your history here too, and your family's history, and that was certainly. Hey, come on now. The great Barry Andrews, you got to give him a shout out as well too. I think class of 70.
Class of 86.
86. Oh, sorry, Barry. I didn't mean to take you back to the 70s, but
Uncle 84. Surprisingly, failed DeMarco's class freshman year. Had to go to summer school with DeMarco, so that's always the story he tells me. Father Gregory back then, he told my uncle, yeah, you can do it. Tuck was down in a 60 hole, end of the first quarter, and if you ever taken DeMarco class, it gets tougher from there.
Well, actually, too, I mean, and Gregory Hartmeyer, now the Archbishop of Atlanta, so it goes from principal's office in Curley to the Archbishop's office in Atlanta with the stop in here come the Cardinals. Peters and Yakum again, rebound. I tell you, Yakum.
Yeah, Yakum's he's been the X factor so far. It could be easily 2-0 if Yakum wasn't in net. Ricky tried to get back there. He was going in for the tackle. Calvert Hall shot it with their left foot. Ricky duped out a little there, but Yeah, Yakum saved it, and then the next shot just a slice into the net.
Ricky did a nice job, I think, of closing that angle,
yeah,
making that a little bit of a tougher shot for Peters. But again, credit Peters, he was able to to get the shot off, and Joey Yakum, also a second generation Curley man, father Joe Yakum. Also, that's a storied family there too. We got
Sam. He graduated with Sam Yakum.
Yeah, we got Sam. We got Gavin Barton, a brother.
Sam was a character.
Full complement of Yakum Bartons here at the school.
Sam was a character. I just remember in theology class, some of his presentations, they were awesome.
Absolutely.
You always don't remember people like Sam.
Oh yeah, he was a stalwart in the admissions office as well too.
Yeah.
We relied on him quite a bit. But back to the action here. Enough about the 2019 edition of the Admissions Advisory. Lentz steps up, goes down. All right, back to Peters. Peters coming up the left wing. Trey Magne, good step, and there's Lentz to clean it up. Puts it out. Calvert Hall on the throw-in.
Yeah, Curley just has to keep their composure here.
Here's to Gilkin. Yeah, absolutely. Calvert Hall trying to attack the middle of the field now. Puts it out wide. Shanahan doing a nice job to cut that angle. Goal kick.
Sub here coming on for Curley.
Looks like Oliveira, he's ready to go again. Oliveira coming on for Nick Henderson.
Yeah, these next few minutes are going to be pretty huge for this first half. Calvert Hall really took control the past 5 minutes, like Curley was in the first 15 being in their half. Calvert Hall, they're not undefeated for a reason.
Absolutely, absolutely, and
you can't keep giving them chances like that. One of them's bound to go in.
Absolutely, credit the Cardinals. I mean, the ball movement's been spectacular. I think again, just the inside work, ball to the inside. This is trouble. That looks like Fernberg. Not clearing all the way out. Mador with the ball. Gilkin serving inside. Calvert Hall had their second corner kick of the game.
The first one was really no danger. I believe it was Ricky who headed it out.
Just looking out of the crowd, I mean, certainly we had the local celebrities coming out today. Dave Malley, class of '96, one of my classmates, another one of our great soccer alums. Ball inside, Yakum again, off the foot of Peters. Nicely done.
Yeah, tried to fool Yakum there by going, near
Calvert
post.
coming quick here, back inside. Tyler Flynn looking to serve it inside, off of Casey Price. Throw in Calvert Hall.
Yeah, Yakum just seems on a mission today. Sometimes you're hot.
No question, no question. All right, here we go, Price. To Guijo. Ball out of bounds. Throw in Friars.
Seems Calvert Hall is getting ready to bring in a sub soon.
That'll be Ryan Bilal, number 9, one of the Cardinal forwards. Gio plays it to the inside to Fernberg. Plays it out wide. Keller playing it wide. We're looking for Kreischer. Kreischer back inside. Calvert Hall cleans it up.
Yeah, Curley, although they didn't get a shot off there, that was one of the most dangerous attacks they've had all day.
And Ricky Schiffer, and Ricky on the counter here, looking to carry. Oliveira. Wide to Price. Kreischer. He's just looking for a Guijo run there. Calvert Hall doing a nice job of not allowing the Friars to turn. You know, really getting up on their backs, making that tough to string a few passes together. Here comes David Peters. And offside, the flag is up.
Very fortunate there.
Peters looking for Monat there.
Yeah, Calvert Hall just playing a lot of pressure, like you said, on these Curley plays. And not much space to get a pass off, to control the ball or anything really.
Mm-hmm. Oh! And the call goes against Ricky Schisler.
Taken quickly here by Calvert Hall.
Student section not happy with that call, Nick.
Yeah, hit the weight room. I mean, that's always their substitute for a more obscene term of language that you would not hear around Curley. But
No here on
big
Sinclair and
no-no.
Erman.
Big no-no. Now maybe back in the 80s, that could pass.
Played it into Peters. This is trouble. Peters goes down, but again, he won't get the call there.
Do you think any of these players actually hit the weight room after a game like this when they're in toes?
That's a good question, Nick. I gotta think probably not. Probably not. So, Yakin will kick it off the back line.
When I took gym education here, the weight room was just used for me just sitting down after a long day, really.
Probably got a little homework done in there. Maybe a little reading.
Maybe a little reading for John D. Badley or something.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so many great teachers.
Well, the Friars play it in. Jones steps out to handle it. Serving it back up the field here. Bilal looking for his first touch. Nick Lentz with a nice step there for the freshman. Out of Perry Hall middle. Up the wing to Guijo. Seems like Ben Ramsey's on Brady Guijo patrol today. Seems to be shadowing no matter where he goes. Ramsey is following.
Yeah, not really much to do this game so far from Guijo. He's had a couple of times he was posturing up his opponent, but really been taken out of the game so far.
Friars putting the pressure on as well too. On Andrus. Andrus, again, impressing with his ball handling. Nice job playing it wide. To Gilkin. Gilkin serves it in, looking for Bilal. Kreischer handles coming up the left side. Looking long. Looking to turn, looking for Peters. Magne, serving inside. Yakum.
Great
Peters
save again.
Slipping inside that near post right there, Nick.
Yes, twice now that Calvert Hall tried to get a near post, and last couple possessions are starting to play that middle, which is pretty open right now.
Substitute a couple of subs. One sub here for the Friars. You have senior Aiden Diem coming on for Alex Kreischer in the midfield. This will be Calvert Hall's third corner of the game. And up and over. Goal kick, Curley.
About 11 minutes left here in the first half. Still 0-0.
Keller looking for Guijo. Lance playing out of the back. One of our two freshmen. Magne. Keller. Calvert Hall in the attack. Shanahan steps over. Cardinal throw in here. Very nice. Looks like the ball went out before Bilal could serve it in. Say that Nick Lentz is scrappy. I mean, there is a size disadvantage there for him when he's up against Bilal.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to point that out. It looked like he was a whole, like, couple inches smaller than him.
That's what Coach said. You know, Coach Stitt said he did like Lentz's scrappy play. Again he's he is a freshman. He hasn't maybe hit that second growth spurt just yet, but he's a bulldog in there for sure.
You always want to have scrappy players on your team. They don't do the prettiest job. They're the type of players. They're not going to show up on the score sheet, but like it's like the Dennis Rodman type players.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you need them.
Oh, no question. Reminds me of Gennaro Gattuso, if you were familiar with the Italian national team from the 2000s. They called him the snarling dog.
Yeah.
Was
playing that TDM spot.
Yeah, I mean, he was just just all grit. And I think I think that's certainly something that you can expect from a Friar ball club, no matter what the sport. We're going to be a gritty bunch out there for sure.
Gotta love Gattuso. Gotta love him.
And Calvert Hall, again, have success moving the ball though, for sure. Cody Angelini driving from the midfield here. Angelini the ball. Ball goes wide. Gabe Gilkin working against Keller. Ball inside. This is trouble.
That could have gone either way there, really.
Absolutely. It looks like we have another corner for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, just there's driven crosses in the box. It could end up on anyone's feet. Just so happened that we got a lucky break there and Curley got to it first.
Yeah. Again, you don't want to let it just kind of the ball linger inside like that.
Yeah.
All right. Lentz draws the foul. Friars on a quick restart. Oliveira with room to carry here.
And another knock here for one of the Friars. That's Oliveira again, who's down. Back up and trying to walk it off.
Looking inside to Bilal. Really trying to feed Bilal on the inside. All right, here comes Oliveira. Uh-oh. Throw in Calvert Hall. Diem throwing for Friars. Looking for Lentz. To Oliveira. Looking inside to Guijo. Looks like we have a quality chance here for the Friars. But there's Ramsey. Guijo's shadow today.
Exceptional deep. I mean, Calvert Hall, 5 guys around Guijo at that one juncture. I mean, they're just all over everywhere.
Absolutely. We got to play on. Ooh, all right. Probably gonna. Whoa.
Ooh.
The student section is going to let him hear about that.
Uh-oh.
I thought we were looking at a play on for the Friars there, but...
I just heard Barry chirp over there or something. Barry Andrews, that is not Barry Stitt.
Or Barry Brownlee.
Or Barry.
The Cards are threatening here. There's Schisler. The door with the ball. Casey Price, here we go. Oliveira again. Looking at Keller. Looks like a little something behind the play there. I didn't catch it, Nick.
It must have been just a trip or something.
Certainly talk about the the ties running deep here in this game. Coach, we mentioned Calvert Hall coach Richie Zincan, one of my favorites actually from an opposing school. Coach Zincan actually taught here at Curley in the English department for a couple years. Former JV soccer coach. Also, his two sisters work here.
Oh, really?
As well too. Our beloved Miss Celeste, as well as our beloved Miss Carol in the office. We are two of our favorite people here at Curley. So again, sometimes we get after it on the field, but it is at the end of the day, I would say a friendly rivalry as well too.
Yeah, it's just that sense. You know somebody everywhere. It seems.
No question. No question.
It's a small world, they say.
Especially in Baltimore.
Small Timor. Yeah, I mean, I could be in Florida. I bring up, I went to high school in Baltimore, and then guess what? A person's a Curley grad or something. I mean, it's crazy how things turn out to be.
Right, so a couple of subs coming on for both squads here just now. Ryan Henneman and Richie Monath coming back for Calvert Hall, and Matt Leonard also on for the Friars. Calvert Hall threatening, looking inside. Henneman jumping in right away, puts it over the goal post.
Tracy in section putting up good as if it was a field goal in the NFL.
With the ball, driving up the left side here. Looking for Rivera.
.50-50 ball there. One in Calvert Hall's favor. .340 to go.
Deep throw in for the Cardinals. Friars will look to put some pressure on here in their end. Swinging it wide here. Here comes Kelly. Keller looking for Gio. Here's Ramsey. Well done, one back by Camden Keller. Played in by Leonard. On cage. I'll tell you, Price channeling the spirit of Juliana Salenza there, wearing the same number 4. Another freshman from from a few years back who made the varsity team. Back here when I was, back in the mid-90s. Don't want to date myself or Giuliano for that matter, but we kind of acknowledge as one of the all-time greats in the area. All-time great Friar as well too.
Yeah, of course I never got to see him, but I've heard just great stories about him.
Oh, absolutely. He was about 5'3", but certainly was a dynamo when it came to had a nose for the goal. A lot of fun to watch. Keller plays the ball up. Calvert Hall settling into their half, Friars half here. Looking inside, nice step. Well done by Price. I got a little goosebumps on that oi 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 there. Man, that was felt an echo on that one, Nick.
Some of these guys, they're Gaffney Choir kids. They know about harmony,
No question, no question. I'll tell you what, too. I think we know.
Oi oi oi.
A lot can happen in the last 2 minutes of a quarter, a half, a period.
Oh,
so
yeah,
again,
it's always the first and last 2 minutes of almost any sport that's the most dangerous.
Oh,
when teams are caught most off guard, they just think it's just going to be a smooth sailing either in the half or start the second half. And statistically, I know at least in the NHL, 40% of goals last season were scored within the first 3 minutes of periods. So that's just pretty crazy to think about.
I think too. At this level too, there's something to be said for being ready to play. Coming ready to play and finishing out halves here. So the Friars will get their second corner kick. I think Ricky taking his time to get over there, playing a little gamesmanship. Maybe trying to play for a last shot here in the first.
Yeah, just take it down as much as you can. Maybe they can catch Calvert Hall sleeping.
Just looking to serve it in. Here it comes. Oh, is this trouble? Is this dangerous? Oh. Yeah, it looks like he got a head on that. Puts it out to the left of the cage.
Yeah, just wide.
Jones will play it up.
Second mark.
But again, also, Friars need to be resolute on guard here. Oliveira coming back for the ball here. So we have our first part of the game. Yellow to Cody Angelini.
Put a little mustard on the kit there for Calvert Hall.
So Angelini will come off. Looks like the Friars will have one last chance here to play it in. So after I'd say Calvert Hall taking over for a long stretch, the Friars are showing some spark and life here at the end. Ball played in. We have a goal kick. Nick, I think he's going to do it.
Curley, I would say, pretty happy that it's 0-0 going into halftime. I think they came out, they did what they wanted to do, hold Calvert Hall to 0.
Yeah,
and
I mean, certainly I think...
really not that many creative chances on Calvert Hall, just some great saves by Joe Yakum.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I mean, I think certainly the difference maker right now is Joe Yakum's playing the cage. He's been fantastic.
Attention fans, this is a reminder that all Curley and Calvert Hall soccer alumni are invited to the student dining room for a post-game reception. Stop by for some food and drinks and to share your soccer stories. Courtesy of the Curley Alumni Association.
That sounds like a good time, doesn't it, Nick? When you get the alumni together after the game.
Yeah,
up in the SDR.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good memories I had in the SDR, during lunchtime, just chirping with some friends, after school. That's where the hangout was. You would have, a couple teachers on quote-unquote duty there, but was it really duty? Debatable.
Let the guys have, some fun, tell a few stories, a few laughs as well too. Certainly. I don't know. What do you think's on the menu? For the alumni reception. Probably some of those good curly fries. I'd hope. Maybe a few dogs.
Yeah, maybe we probably have some extra hot dogs, like you said, after that flex day today. There's probably some carryover from that.
Maybe a few laying around afterwards.
A few laying around. Definitely can't go wrong with a good burger.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maybe an SDR soft pretzel as well too. More salt than like a salt mine on that thing too.
Yeah. All right.
we're back here for the second half of the Brief Cup. Nick, we got word up from the Friary that Brother Lawrence said we're not talking loud enough, so we're gonna pick the volume up for him. You know,
Pick it up
and maybe
enough.
Brother can give us a little bit of feedback and make sure we're loud enough for, you know.
No, I mean, we can definitely get louder. I mean,
Oh, no question.
you know, I was just taking it at at a simple 7 in the first half. Just wait till a goal starts to happen. I'm going to be on a full crank 13.
You're for going to 10. You're going 11, 12.
Look,
you're
I
going
mean,
right to 13.
if you want loud, I can get loud. I mean, you know, coming out of retirement, I didn't really expect to have all my bells and whistles ready. But if they want loud, I can get loud. So.
Yeah, you know, I don't see you like as a Johnny Unitas playing for like the Chargers, you know,
right.
You know, or like you know, kind of like, you know, you're playing that one extra year, you know, Montana with the, you know, with the Chiefs. You know, I kind of, you know, definitely see as, you know, I think your best years ahead of you here. I mean, if we see it back on a few of these Fire Nation, that certainly wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, technically, my only season was my rookie season, right? I mean, I can only build from my rookie year.
Well, I mean, that was a storied rookie year.
Yeah.
All right, but back to play here. Friars going to be playing right to left here in the second half. Cardinals left to right. Calvert just moves the ball so well. Angelini, and Calkins plays it over the top post. So, Friars will be going with the platoon system in the goal this year, Nick. So, first half, Joe Yakum. Second half, Mikey Calkins. And that'll be the 5th corner kick for the Friars. I'm sorry, the Cardinals. You have a chance to get over that snack bar during halftime. Nick, I saw, you know, a few folks walking around with the burgers, the dogs. Oh, Calvert playing inside. That's trouble. Lentz on the back line.
Great goal line clearance there. Just using all of his chest.
Wow, very nicely done. And again, hey, we talked about that at the end of the first half. Is
the first couple minutes.
Exactly.
Yep.
How do you finish your halves and how do you start your halves? And,
yep.
You know, Calvert Hall coming out hot here in the second.
All right, you struck my attention when you said snack bar. So what'd you get?
I was able to, you know, just a water.
Just a water.
Just a water. You know, just want to.
Keep
the voice.
We have.
Don't get the voice to get hoarse. Calkins out to play. Ball's down. Calkins. And 2 chances for the Cardinals right away here in the first 2 minutes.
And dangerous too. I mean, if you're Calvert Hall and you know that, you know, Curley's walking this platoon system, you want to keep the keeper honest, you know.
Yeah, come right at him, you know, right to start. Don't blame him.
We saw Mikey get his reps in before the half started, saving some PKs.
Yeah, I mean, Calkins certainly a senior. He's been a guy that's been with the Varsity since he was a freshman as well too. So
yep.
I mean, he's an experienced player. You know, certainly entertaining to watch as well too. Again, man, he plays hard. I think, you know, you're gonna see a lot of want-to from Calkins.
Yeah, remember when he was a freshman when I was doing this, I called him Big Game Mike because it always seemed he showed out in the big games. So hopefully that carries on over today.
Cardinals coming up the right side here, looking to Andrus. Off of Henderson. Calvert Hall throw in. When Andrus is limping, he comes off. In comes Michael Porter.
It does look like there's more cloth than skin right now in the student section.
Schister plays it out. Henderson looking to clear.
Yeah, Calvert Hall just unrelenting pressure here. It seems like every second they have an attack going. Ricky able to clear it out.
Yeah, Friars have been fortunate. We've had a few of those balls that have been bouncing around in the box. Again, Calvert Hall not able to get a foot on it and just finish. The Friars have been fortunate that we've been able to clear those, you know, those couple opportunities. Trey Magnay with a nice step there. Here come the Friars, looking for Oliveira. Rocco Pistori turns it away.
Do you think Coach Stitch was happy with the team's first half performance?
Yeah, I'd have to think so. I think, certainly, I think, I would say it's, possession probably favoring the Cardinals in probably like a 60-40 range. Again, we don't have this next gen stats just yet. Again, that's coming in the annual.
I've been keeping tabs in my, great brain that got me in the Franciscan program. So,
and that's
Olivier is about up to 6 kilometers, I would say.
Yeah, and certainly, thank God you're a numbers guy. I am not. More humanities, that's what I say, Nick.
Or humanities.
More history, more writers. Math, who needs it? So I think, I would say that he probably, certainly, probably going to make some adjustments here at the half. But, again, can't be too unhappy with where you are at this point, if you're the Friars. Just need to stay resolute and resilient on that back line. I think probably just looking for that one opportunity right now.
Yeah, you can definitely sense it. Curley gets like one good look. It always happens in games where it just seems one team's just getting chance after chance. And that's not able to convert, but you can just tell if Curley's able to get a good look, they can probably steal a goal here.
Good. Price doing a nice job to run down Gilkin there. Throw in Magnat.
Sub on here for Calvert Hall.
Yep. Here comes Andrus again. Quarter comes off. Andrus in trouble. It's Sisler steps in.
Student section once again starting to chirp.
Here comes Price. Ooh. And he gets the call. Looks like the story calling from behind there.
And here comes the Cardinals.
Here we go. Ricky Sisler.
We've been talking, about the Calvert Hall defense, how stout they've been, but Curley, they've been there most of the way as well. They have numbers around every attacker in the opposition. They're getting blocks.
Oh, absolutely.
There's just been a couple occurrences where that driven crosses in the box where it could have gone anywhere, but Curley at least has a foot on almost everything it seems.
Yeah, and I think, Ricky, I'll tell you what, Nick, if you make an argument for one of, at least in the last 2 decades, one of our best defenders to come through this, what I like to refer to as the mecca of high school soccer here in Baltimore for sure. This holy land here for sure. Like I said, you got to hope like a guy like Nick Lentz is taking notes, having the opportunity, even for 1 year to play side by side with Schisler. I think is going to certainly aid in his development as well too.
Exactly, and Schisler's probably telling him things after the game, before the game to strengthen him. Just hearing it from the team captain is one thing, but actually being able to play by him, I mean that's a whole different animal.
Schisler plays it in. Plays it a bit short. Lent steps, well done. Henderson? Oh, Henderson. But there we go. Andrew steps, puts the pressure on, doesn't allow Henderson to turn. Shanahan cleans it up. I think we could both say we're probably some of the biggest fans of the Friars you're going to find out there, but certainly impressed with Andrus's work today. He's had a great game. He's played well. Shanahan with the throw in. That's Chris Shanahan Jr., whose father, Chris Shanahan, graduated class of '94. You want to talk about stalwarts on the back line. Definitely, he was one of them. And again, Chris Sr. was a big, strong, rugged, back for us for many years in the mid '90s and early to mid '90s. And certainly, he was a guy that you didn't want to. He was going to go and hurl the ball. You had one eye looking for Chris for sure.
So it runs in the family, you would say?
I would say so. Absolutely. It's kind of that's a cool thing to see. This again, the generations out here now too. Friars just have to watch that counterattack right now. Peter's driving on the left side. Trey Magnay steps over. Puts the ball out. Throwing Calvert Hall.
Look at the ball boy, man. So inspirational. You see that speed he got to that ball to get it in?
Maybe a little too fast for the Calvert Hall side. These are Friar ball boys, right?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just blistering pace.
The youthful enthusiasm is evident. Andrews plays it in. And this could be trouble. It's Schisler and Lent able to clear. All right, Gio's going to get to work out here in midfield. Looking over. We're going to play the ball to Oliveira. Ooh. What's the call there, Nick? Did you see that?
Didn't pick it up from up here.
Maybe a little something off contact off ball.
I would assume.
Calvert plays it out of back. Rock paper story. Oh, there's Lentz. There's Lentz.
There we go.
All right, Andrew Thornburg carrying. Let's leave Oliveira in the middle. Looking to play to Guijo. But there's Ramsey. Brady Guijo's shadow today. Where Guijo goes, so goes Ramsey.
Yeah, Curley just unable to get that Calvert Hall defense, stretched out.
I just feel like we're that one more touch, right? We're looking for that one more touch right now. Just that, and one more play inside the box. Here comes Lentz. Lentz to Thornburg. Calvert Hall on the counterattack. But there's Chris Shanahan. Shanahan with the turnover.
Oh, and play on.
There he is again.
There we go.
A little bit
of a momentum shift
on the
here.
counterattack. Look for Guijo. Guijo to Keller.
Well, probably the most exciting 20-second span so far of this game. A potential pen shout that Calvert Hall was going for. Referee said play on. Curley on the counterattack. Unable to get a shot off.
Student section certainly they came to life there.
But if it did anything, it got the student section going. 14 minutes, they've been pretty silent.
Shanahan acquitting himself here today. Playing very well.
I mean, getting these Curley students not to say anything, they're usually big chirpers, you know. I mean, I remember when we used to have those, you know, assemblies in the morning. I think there was like community prayer back then. I don't know if you still have them, but I mean, I remember my class, we would always just be chirping. Sometimes even during Mass, it would just be brutal. And guess what? We would be held back. We got a stern talking to by former principal Brian Coley, and then
away we go, right?
Yep, and away we go.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
We know what we did. But I was in the choir, man. I was in the choir part. I was chirping.
Voice of an angel, Nick. I remember.
I mean, pretty much. I never got the solo. Gaffey didn't trust me that much, but you know, I was just a bare bones blue collar worker for the choir. You know, I showed up. I did my job.
Oh, lunch pail type guy. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Shanahan and Curley on the counter attack. Just some numbers here. Looking for Oliveira. Overshot him a bit. Henderson with the ball. Back to Oliveira. Looking to play Kehoe. Here we go.
There we go.
Playing inside. I think Jones got a hand on it.
Yep. I don't know. Jones has been pretty quiet today. I think that might have been his only first or second save all day, I would think.
Well, in fairness, Friars haven't had the opportunity to test them all that much.
Yep.
Ball goes out. Curley throw in. Nick, I'm a big history buff, so just a little bit of background on where we get the name for the Reif Cup. So Bernie Reif was actually one of Curley's first soccer coaches as well. So Coach Sitz was giving me a little bit of a history lesson today when I was up, having a conversation with him. But again, he was the first soccer coach in Curley history. Also, too, let me just find my notes here. Also, Curley's first soccer championship. He was our coach as well, too, in the 60s. Son Chris attended Calvert Hall. He was a standout player as well, too. So that's kind of where, the Reif Cup gets its name, and for that rivalry between Curley and Calvert Hall. Again, Coach Reif having the ties to both schools, and certainly is, who's considered kind of like the mayor of like Baltimore soccer, and again, certainly that the history that lies there as well too, and just the amount of talent that's come out of Baltimore is just abundant.
Yeah, I mean, I always appreciate a little history on me. Like, I honestly had no idea who Reif was coming in. I still didn't have anything coming into this game. The only thing I remember, I mean, I couldn't tell you who any individual was, but if you want to know all the scores from the NFL Week 1 of last season, I got you. I mean, I'm like a data bank when it comes to scores and how many points were scored total.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrus playing inside. We're gonna have penalty kick here.
Yeah, it was really.
Shanahan got tied up with Andrus there.
Yeah.
We'll see who Calvert Hall's going to pull on the mark here. Looks like it's going to be number 11, Ben Medor. Mikey Calkins in cage.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to dispute from that pen call either, clearly.
Agreed. Student section giving it up for Calkins here. Here comes Medor. 1-0 Calvert Hall.
Mike just guessed the wrong way. Penalty kicks, I mean, they're pretty brutal to save in the first part. I mean, and Calvert Hall, with 22 minutes left in this game, will try to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Unfortunate of the scoreline, given Curley has defended very, very well today.
Absolutely.
But if the game is decided on a penalty kick, you got to feel it's somewhat disappointing, but it was clearly a pen.
We'll see what Coach Fitz has planned here, if he's going to change tactics with 20 left here. Serve a few more balls upfield.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see more and more Curley players be pushing up now.
Yep,
Until that goal, we would only have about 3 players up there total. Now we already have about 6, so already doubling in numbers. And the defense, they're just going to have to watch out.
Yeah, certainly, you know, obviously if you're going to push forward, you're going to vacate the back a bit.
Yeah, you know, when you're pressing, trying to get that equalizer, your back line just becomes more open than the magician's pocket half the time, you know?
I love the analogy, Nick.
I got a few in me.
You do. I like, you know, they're very well timed. I like you kind of like just work them in. I'm not expecting it. The ball played in. Peters. Corner kick, Calvert Hall. Cardinal 6th corner kick of the day.
Yeah, big couple of minutes here. Curley concedes another one. The way Calvert Hall's defense is playing, it's going to be very hard to get 2 back. They got to stop the PK at the only one here.
Ball played in. Falcons handles it.
Calvert Hall in no rush.
Runs with the step here. Schistler with Price. All right, here we go. Oliveira with the ball to Henderson. Henderson playing back to Schistler. Shanahan. Play on call there. Student section doesn't like that call, Nick.
No, and I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, some vulgar language did slip out there between some individuals.
Doesn't look like Coach Stitz is,
Yeah, I mean, oh man.
Coach Stitz draws the card there.
So there was some definitely vulgar language there, probably.
Coach Stitz is a pretty mild-mannered, mild-mannered on the bench. So, you know, certainly if he gets fired up, probably for a very good reason there. Andrew Thornburg's ball to Henderson. Oliveira. Oh, runs. Andrews runs Oliveira off the ball.
Yeah, with 18 minutes left, it's definitely getting more and more chippy here.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah,
I would say so. Yeah, as the Friars push forward and they're looking for that opportunity offensively.
You know, maybe the yellow from Coach Stitz was tactical in a way to get the fans fired up and his players.
Jones steps out, handles the ball, handles the cross in from Henderson. I think the game's opening up a little bit too, Nick. What do you say? On both sides. Andrews driving up the right side, looking to serve it in. Oh, this is trouble.
Still on it.
Oh!
Really a sitter miss there.
Schistler got a piece of that?
I believe it was. you know, there was two guys there actually that had a chance to take the shot. The first one would have led to a wide open goal, just the pass played a little too far behind them by the two Calvert Hall guys.
Yeah,
And
I think so. We can say the Friars got away with one there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, good. Friars throw in from Shanahan. So he's putting that pressure on Diho. I'm sure Collar was right up on Diho's back there. Get the call. Quick restart to Oliveira. Interesting.
More and more chirping from the stands here as the game gets down to its final 16 minutes. Yeah, Curley has to be very careful here about how they attack, because Calvert Hall's not the team who's just going to sit back and hold a 1-0 lead. They're going to try to get that second.
Right, absolutely too, Nick. I think they had the skill to, you know, to move the ball quickly and counter in a counterattack. So I think you're right. You know, just need to be careful. Curley subs on. Nick Lentz catching a blow here. In comes crowd favorite Dominic Bourgeois.
Now, what makes him a crowd favorite?
Just,
give me another history lesson here.
Kind of like a happy-go-lucky guy that is, you know, a lot of guys in school like. I would say Dom does log a lot of miles in the hallways each day during class. So he's got
during class he
likes to come around and visit a little bit.
Okay.
Which is all right. He's a lovable type guy.
He makes his rounds.
He does make his rounds, but that's okay. He's a sociable type guy. Playing it in from the corner here. Curley's third corner. That's Dom. Oh.
Calvert Hall's defense is set up like a phalanx there. I mean, there were 6 white shirts there when that ball got in.
I love the Roman historical reference there, the phalanx.
Yeah, I've seen 300 a couple times.
Yeah, maybe Gladiator. Am I dating myself with the Gladiator reference?
Gladiator.
I certainly am entertained. Oh. Oliveira looking inside. It looks like a little bit of miscommunication with Nate Jones and the Calvert Hall back line right there.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was talking about Gladiator, really.
Yeah, I like that you keep dropping those Gladiator references.
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix in that was awesome.
Played a great villain, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
There's also Crow. Maximus, what a great character. But back to the action. We'll have our movie, maybe we can work a movie review in next time.
Movie club.
We can both watch it, talk a little bit about, plot development, so on and so forth. Here comes Andrews again. And the carry. There's Dom Bourgeois. Dom seeing some action right away. The door steps over, drives Kreischer off the ball. Throw in Calvert Hall. From Andrews. Dom. Bourgeois been a little bit of a spark right here. Again, bodied up on Bilal there. Just with the ball again. Again, certainly you can see the Friars pushing up here, looking for an opportunity to equalize.
They don't got to go all out yet. Still a lot of time to be played.
Looking to play. Oh, looking to Kreischer. Kreischer playing it inside. Jones does a nice job to cover that up before it goes out of bounds. And Rich Monath with some room to work here on the right side, looking for Medora. Cody Angelini playing it back to Rocket Pistori. Oh, to Bilal.
Very dangerous.
And Mikey.
And it goes in.
And Bilal finishes.
Yep. Calkins, he did all he could. He got his hand on it.
Yeah, got a piece
Maybe
of
that's
that.
a save, just the deflection off the save, dribbled into the net.
Ball rolls in off the Calkins. 2-0 Calvert Hall with 12 to go. So 12 minutes to go. Calvert Hall leads Curley 2-0.
You know, Curley, if they can get a goal back here within the first 5 minutes here, anything could happen.
Yeah, certainly need to work quickly though.
Gotta work quickly. And Calvert Hall, they just smell blood at this point.
Here we come on the counterattack. Casey Price on carry. Yeah, certainly don't expect the Friars to roll over here. Price. Price looking for the foul there. You gotta like that. You gotta like that out of the freshman.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Down 2, 12 to go. I mean,
you
driving
just
hard in
gotta,
the box there.
yep, just gotta try to make a forward run in the box. You know, the ball, if the touch goes a little too less powerful on the first touch, it's right there for him. But you just gotta keep on going after chances like that. One of them is down to be capitalized on. Calvert Hall still looking for that third goal.
Monath driving on Shanahan. Shanahan stepping over, making a nice play there. Here comes Giho. To the right side here.
Yeah, Giho just not able to get centralized so far today.
Of course, that's Ramsey right on his back. Calvert Hall looking to clear here. Now goes Bourgeois. Here comes Bilal. Flying solo. But there's Ricky Schisler.
I'm actually going to call it out here on Calvert Hall. It only takes one here from Curley to get the student section and everybody believing again.
You know what they say? I mean, shift that big mo, as they say. Shift
Yeah.
that momentum. And certainly, I think we have. There is life. But also, too, I think anytime a Curley team is on the field, there's life. So, again, certainly a gritty bunch for sure. Andrews to throw in. Calvert Hall played out of the back. Actually, Curley subbing. Matt Lennard to trade Magne on the right backside. Frazier the takeaway. Looks at Giho. Giho with a long blast.
Yeah, gotta try something there.
Yeah, certainly can't fault him for that. I think really just trying to get some rubber on cage there.
Yep.
Here's Bourgeois. Bourgeois looking for Giho. Of course, Ramsey.
Calvert Hall keeping possession here.
I think certainly showing today why they're ranked number 9 in the nation.
Oh yeah.
You know, certainly a quality squad from Towson here. Andrews driving the right side. Shanahan has to be careful here.
Goes off the hands of Calkins.
It's going to be a corner for Calvert Hall. That'll be their 7th corner of the day.
Calvert Hall, another sub coming on. Looks like Connor Piles.
Coming off Cody Angelini for the Cardinals. Sister stepping over. Fernberg goes down. Call goes the Friars' way. 7 minutes to go here, Nick. Calvert Hall leads 2-0.
And we're going to see a bunch of players come up from Curley here in these last 6 minutes. Like I've been saying, they got to get one before that 2-minute mark.
You got to think Coach Stitt's going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink at the Cardinals now. Playing inside to Gio. Here comes Calvert Hall. A bit long.
It's going to be a goal kick.
Hey, we need that exuberant effort from those ball boys on that one.
I know. I mean, they're slacking over here by our side. I mean, what's going on? They're over here by the track making laps.
I don't know what they're talking about. You know, I don't know. Like, you know, hey, what do you got going on this weekend?
What's that kid's number? 17.
What tournament you playing in?
Talk about what Fortnite skins are coming out this weekend or something. I don't know. Possibly.
Well played by Schisler again. Story.
Yeah, it all starts with just getting Calvert Hall off the ball here. It's going to be controlled by Curley. And Calvert Hall once again being able to act as a metronome here, controlling the tempo as they would like.
Yeah, certainly kind of moving the ball in the Friars' defensive end. I think contentious to kind of run the clock down right now, Nick.
Taking a slow ball. Now the ball boys are coming for it.
There we go.
There we go.
There's the shout out.
See, that wasn't 17's over there.
Just got to hang it, kicking it.
Yeah.
I think probably soaking the atmosphere in. I don't blame the little guy. Calvert Hall serves it in. Looking inside.
Yeah, not often
again plays it out.
He's able to be on a field like this.
Talk about Curley royalty here.
Yep.
Nick, what was that? The
Peruvian, that is the Peruvian puff pepper over there.
T. Garcia. Where's T now? I think T started out at Delphi on Long Island, and now I believe he's playing with Mount St. Mary's.
I believe so.
Yeah, so going up a level for sure. Mountaineer. Also, too, just worth mentioning some notable Curley alums as of late. Ben Stitz, class of 18, was just recently named the Ivy League Player of the Week.
UPenn, right?
UPenn, yes. So Ben just had a fantastic week up in Philadelphia for the Quakers. I think he had 3 assists, and maybe against Mount St. Mary's. T. Garcia's Mount St. Mary's side. Nick Richardson, of course, playing in Maryland. I mean, there you go. I mean, you want to make an argument for one of the best players to ever play at Curley. Now, I'm not talking just recent years. I'm talking throughout history.
Yeah,
Nick Richardson, just
different animal.
Absolutely, just a fantastic player. So Curley's kind of just with 3 minutes left, just trying to put it upfield, looking for some magic, looking for something right now. Fernberg called on the foul. I think it's really encouraging for the Friars, though. Is like you really do have some, you have some young guys in key places on the field too, really right up the middle.
Oh yeah, I mean, ninth in the country Calvert Hall here. I mean, we played them really, really hard until the penalty kicking in the second goal. I mean, there's no shame that should be brought from the Friars' performance today if the score line holds up.
No, I agree with that 100%.
But like before the game, like I said, like records don't really matter. Both teams just have so much respect for each other and they play each other hard.
No question. And again, another sophomore, Tristan Brannick, coming on for Alex Kreischer now. What a nice thing. And we're going way back there. That was just Nick Commodore, graduate of one of our first graduates. Maybe class of 68, 69. Again, from the Commodore clan. I think there's been about 400 Commodores that have actually graduated from Curley.
Yeah, I mean, you got Marshall, Cameron. I mean, they just.
Robbie did you see Robbie recently get an Ironman triathlon?
Yeah. Yeah, they have good ties to my family. They grew up same neighborhood.
No question.
Yeah.
Well, and Rob is a realtor. Actually, if you look over on the scoreboard, he has sponsors. He has a sponsorship on our scoreboard.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Absolutely. If and you know that Rob is never too busy for your referrals. We'll get that house sold in no time for you. Friars throw in. Minute left. Where's Rob? Playing it in to Brannick.
Yeah, Calvert Hall today definitely showed how they're the cream of the crop this season when it comes to the MIAA.
Yeah, I would say certainly well-deserved win, but like I told you, our beloved Friars for sure. Nothing to be ashamed about today. Played hard. And I think, we definitely say the future's bright for the side here on Sinclair and Urban.
Like you said, 5 underclassmen started this game.
5 underclassmen, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's,
these players are only going to get better going forward.
Absolutely. Time winds down here, 10 seconds.
And that's going to do it.
And I think Jones is going to run the clock out here. And that'll be time. Nick in the final here from the corner of Sinclair and Nerman. Calvert Hall 2, Archbishop Curley nothing.
Yeah, like we were saying, we knew the game was going to be a dogfight on and on. Nobody was really going to blow out the other person. This game was close all throughout. Even Curley, they had a couple chances late. They could have gotten one back, but just unable to crack that stubborn, Calvert Hall defense. I mean, they got at it. They neutralized some of our best players, came in with a great game plan. They got the job done.
Absolutely. And again, certainly a skilled group, from LaSalle Road. Came in, did a nice job. They'll retain the Reif Cup for another year. And again, this thing goes in cycles, so, certainly wouldn't be surprised next year, the Reif Cup makes its return to the trophy case right outside that Father Julian gym.
Yep. So Calvert Hall will take that 10-9 lead over the Reif Cup now.
Reif Cup, and you're probably wondering too, what happens on the tie?
Yeah.
That's a push. So we just, the school who has the cup at that, during that time retains it for one more year. And so for Nick Brownlee
and Nick Andrews,
thank you for joining us today. And again, just as a reminder, the final, Calvert Hall 2, Archbishop Curley nothing. Look forward to tuning in with us again. Hopefully we get Nick back out here. Nick, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed the opportunity to get out here and call a game with you today. Certainly, third year in Loyola?
Yep.
Third year
at Loyola now.
hey, we'll have you. I know the plan is to move out to Las Vegas after graduation, but
Oh, yeah.
we have you for another year and a half. Hopefully, we get you back out here, and again, call back. One of our certainly our great Friar Nation guys here for sure. Friar Nation alums.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks, Nick.